So we're in a really interesting moment in this Toronto Symphony project. And since the middle of June, we've put out this invitation to people in Toronto to collaborate and participate in this composition. And I've been receiving sounds and modifications to material that I send out. And during the summer, I ran some workshops via Skype with a variety of teachers in the Toronto school system. And we did some of these workshops live here in Toronto in October. And during October and November, quite a few kids in the city have been working on contributions for this composition. They've been using a software package called Hyperscore that we developed at MIT, which uses lines and color to allow anybody to compose music without having any music training. And basically, the teachers who I worked with gave a challenge to their class. They know about the overall project, and they were asked to make a short composition expressing musically something that they care about in Toronto. Could be a place, could be a feeling, could be an experience. And so today was the day that we all got together.
My composition, when we first got the program, I wasn't sure about it, so I experimented. I didn't have a base. I didn't have a specific plan. I just experimented with a whole lot of ideas. I looked at what the instruments sounded like, the notes, the beats, and then I just tried it out, and it sounded pretty cool. And then I actually realized it sounded like a city, with the drums and being the main beat.
The piece that me and Andy made, my partner Andy, it was called the Art Gallery. It reminded us about all the art pieces, all the colorful arts, all the colors inside.
Well, the name of my piece was Traffic in Toronto, and it's basically about the different rush and the different traffic you hear in Toronto, usually in downtown, because I don't really think there's traffic where I live. I don't really notice it. And usually what I'm trying to identify or show here or display is that basically the traffic lights or the street lights, they're kind of the composer of this piece, and the cars are the little instruments. And the composer is kind of directing all of the cars to make the noise. And it's showing the flashing of the green light and then the red light and then the yellow light and the different lights changing each other and changing the piece of the music. So that's what I'm trying to show in my piece.
I was just blown away today. I mean, first of all, we'd received, it turns out, kind of a fraction of the pieces that the kids actually made. So the first thing we did when we all got together was I just asked everybody, how many people actually made a piece over the last little while? And frankly, I expected maybe a quarter of the kids. Everybody raised their hand. Everybody had made a piece. So not only had they been engaged in this creatively, but they all knew what the project was about. They all had done something they cared about. And I think that led to the fact that they were absolutely on the edge of their chairs to hear what their friends had done and to talk about it. And I think the real magic for this piece is if every moment of it feels like a wonderful combination of many personalities and many points of view and many impressions of Toronto, and my engagement with that material back and forth. And every step of the way, you know, how do you put things together? How do you synchronize them? How do you distinguish different voices at the same time? How does it have a pleasing overall shape so that as a piece of music, even if you didn't know that there were many voices, it's just a powerful experience. I don't think anybody's really done that before exactly. I know I haven't done that before. So that's the challenge. How to make it so the mashup isn't too simple and so it isn't too loose. And so it feels like something that I couldn't have made without my collaborators, and that everybody who participated feels the same way.